Hello, beautiful egg family. Oh shit, I almost got stuck here. It's your boy Pee-wee, and I am excited to have you here. I don't know why I'm talking with an accent today. I am just thrilled, excited to be with you guys. Thank you so much for another episode of Pee-wee Talk, episode numero dos. We did mic test. We should be good, ready to go. My kitties, my beautiful kitties, say welcome. Because we have a great show, a fun show, hopefully for you guys joining in, tuning in. If you are under 15 years old, get the fuck out of this channel. You don't belong here. Just kidding. Just don't let your parents see this, because a lot of bad things are said in this episode, channel, whatever you want to call it. But a lot of good things too. A lot of good things are said as well. So it's on you. I put a disclosure, don't make this show for kids. I put it on YouTube, but I know your tricks. I was once a 15, 16-year-old boy. I know what you guys do. Yeah, I'm gonna create an account, and I'm gonna pretend to be born in 1987. And what happens? You are not that age. I'm not gonna do the math in my head because I can't do the math right now, but you are not 37 or 48, whatever the math is. It's probably not even around that age. Maybe it is, I don't know. But anyways, let's get started, let's get to it. Welcome you guys, this is Pee-wee Talks. Wow, as you guys can see, I got a haircut. I decided to buzz the whole thing off. I didn't buzz it, but I definitely did trim the sides. I told the girl not to trim too much off the top because I like the locks. I like the little fucking curls going on there. It's hot. I like it. So I decided to leave it. And the girl was very nice, nervous. She was nervous, which is always interesting whenever somebody is cutting your hair and they're first timers. You can always tell. I've cut my hair enough times to know that they are either nervous or they are definitely experienced. And this girl was definitely nervous. And she cut herself twice with the scissors. I don't know what it was. She told me that she felt like she was in a hurry. But I'm like, hey, it's okay. No rush. Take your time. And it's not a big deal. And if it gets fucked up, it's hair. It grows again. It goes back again. So it was okay. It wasn't a big deal. We got through it. And we conquered. We definitely conquered. Geez, I hope it looks good. It was too hot. I was just like, you know what? I need to trim it. I was kind of tired of it. It just takes too much to meddle with that in the morning. It took me a while to get a haircutting place to cut my hair. Apparently they weren't taking appointments, and I was just like, are you gonna want to cut my hair? And the lady was like, yes, I'll cut your hair. So I just walked in there, face mask, and got my hair cut, and it was awesome, except for the part where she cut her finger. Shout out to that lady's finger. I'm sorry my hair did that to you. This week I was trying to find a new pair of headphones, and I was debating whether to go super expensive or regular. It's always a hassle when it has to be decided, because you could either go with simple, just one cheap headphone, or you could go super expensive, super good quality. You get all these cool features, water resistant, water repellents, sound proofing and deafening, and you could get run over when you're running, or just completely not wear any headphones. I'm a person that if I go to the gym, I have to wear headphones. So I decided to give it a shot and go with the good old AirPods Pro and give them a shot, because I've heard about them. my brother has the first gen, so he always was saying, hey, you gotta get this. These are the best. For some reason, the first generation of AirPods did not fit well in my ears. I guess I have weird holes in my ears that they just did not click in there. So I decided to go with the AirPods Pro because I like the cosmetic look of them. They look a lot more fitting, and they are. And they have the soundproof? Is that what it's called? The deafening sound thing, majig, on your ears. And it's amazing. It is. You really, really can put them on and it'll deafen out, mute the sound outside of your environment, which is really cool. They don't have the best one. I was reading a couple articles and I was watching a couple videos about them. They don't have the best one, sound deafening feature, but they definitely do a good job of soundproofing your environment around your big old head, if you're like me. I was deciding whether I wanted to do the Beats Pro, which are the ones that are completely wireless Beats. They hang around your ears because they are amazing. They are amazing for working out and doing sports stuff like running, etc. So that was my big conundrum. I did not know if the AirPods Pro were gonna hang in there and not fall off my ear whenever I was working out or doing exercises, which was the main thing. I was like, I'm not gonna buy something super expensive so that it keeps falling off my ear. And I know that you could buy like rubber inserts on the AirPods so that they don't fall off your ear that easy. But I was like, I need to give them a shot. So I went, bought them. Fortunately, they told me you have a period of 15 days to try them out and let us know what you think. And before the 15 days, if you don't like them, you can bring them in and we'll swap them out. So I saved the receipt. Always save your goddamn receipts, and decided to give them a shot. Fell in love with them. The one thing that I did not like about the AirPods Pro, this is sounding like a review video. It's not supposed to be that way, but I mean, why not? It's that the little case thing, the little shell thing, gets scratched very easily, and I did not like that. I was like, I'm not even putting it anywhere where, or any surface where it could get scratched. Why is it getting scratches? It looks like just by looking at it, it gets scratches. So I did not like that about the AirPods, but it has a really satisfying clicking, let me get it close to the mic, clicking sound, and it's amazing. They are good. I like them. They do not fall off my ears, so that's good. But I still haven't tried them running and profusely sweating, so that's one thing that I still yet to try. I think I am gonna buy the rubber just because they're white, so I don't want them to get really dirty, so I'm just gonna buy different colored inserts. And why not have fun with it? You paid that much money for it, then why don't you just get creative and do the colors that you like? So, but that's not to take away from the Beats Pro. I really was leaning towards it. They're a tad bit expensive, even though my friend was able to find them really cheap the other day. So shout out to him for doing his homework and investigating. But I like the AirPods Pro. They're good. They're solid. If you had doubts, if you were wondering, hey, I need new headphones for the gym or whatever, they're good for it. I think they could be a little more bassy. I don't know if there's a setting there where you could mess with and have it be more. So I like the bass in my ears. So it's probably not good for my ears either. They'll probably get fucked at some point, and I'll be like 35 and can't hear a goddamn thing. But if you guys were wondering about it, it's good. It's solid. Before I forget, the best thing happened the other day on Instagram. I was looking at my Instagram there in my bed. It's funny when you're just sitting there in your bed for like 3 hours just scrolling through the same shit, and you're like, what's new? And then you find that new thing that you're waiting for. And apparently, Bad Bunny decided to show up nonchalant, casual, with a nice little fro and a handlebar mustache. He looked like the Dragon Ball Z character, Hercule. If I can find a photo, I'll post it somewhere here. And yeah, he looked like Hercule, and he was very nonchalant about it. And they interviewed him at the end of the whole shebang, the whole voting booth thingamajig. Went outside. This reporter was like, "What do you think about this election? And do you think young people should come out and vote?" And he was like, "Of course." I think Bad Bunny's like 26, 27, so he's actually around my age, fairly young, if I do so say myself. Fairly young. He was like, "Hey, I know this shit's corrupted, but we're not gonna change anything if we don't voice our opinion, and we must vote. If you are gonna vote, vote, and let your vote be cast." The other day, I actually got in a little bit of heat. I posted something on Facebook that had a little backlash, and I don't want to get too much into the details, but it was around the whole topic of voting, and a whole thread of conversation started going on my Facebook, which was really annoying. For those of you guys that were participating, was really annoying. I had like 33, 40 messages on my Facebook when I was just posting something. And there was a lot of good and bad things that came out of it. Good conversation started off of it. So that was the quintessential part of the whole post. It got removed. It ended up getting removed, not by me. Somebody must have reported it, and I don't blame him. Hey, voice your opinion. That's fine. It's just a post at the end of the day. And if you got the gears turning, that's good. And all the post was about was getting out there voting, because the elections are coming. The elections are coming here in November, and we have to get out there and vote, voice our opinion, change your environment around you in your area. So that was pretty exciting. And I was like, hey, if he got people to vote, if he got people to say, I want to go out there now and say, Derek, you are wrong, and I will prove you wrong. Good. Prove me wrong. I want that. Get out there and vote, voice your opinion, whatever goes on here. Just get informed. That's all I'm saying. Get informed, vote, and cast that vote, baby. I've been having the weirdest fucking dreams. Usually I don't dream. I'm the type of person that doesn't fucking dream. And I know there's gonna be people saying, everybody dreams, Derek. Everybody fucking dreams. I understand that. Like, what I mean is I can't remember the dreams. I guess I am dreaming, but I can't remember the dreams. That's what's been happening. But lately I've been actually remembering the dreams that I've been having. And it's weird because, first of all, it's weird that I'm dreaming. So I don't know if it has anything to do with what I'm eating, what time I'm sleeping. Maybe it's all of the above. But I had a weird dream about this guy that I used to know from high school. And we weren't never together. Like, we weren't close. But we shared a lot of acquaintances and friends. And we had I think we had more in common than we didn't. It's one of those things where you bum heads with someone because you guys are somewhat alike, and it just you just happen to bum heads without wanting to. It's just kind of like a ricocheting effect of personalities, if that makes any sense. But yeah, me and him used to bum heads. We used to play soccer together a lot, actually, coming up. He was younger than me, and he was honestly a cool guy. I could not say he wasn't. He was just a little temperamental in a lot of ways, and he was I had in a lot of ways, honestly. I am not gonna lie. The dude was good at soccer, and he was one of those little commander guys on the field. And I was, I had a hard head on me, and did not like a lot of the things or how he talked to people. And I was like, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Who do you think you are, punk? So anyways, I dreamt about him just randomly. And in my dream, he was trying to kill me. weird. Just, I almost texted him. Actually, I almost Facebook messaged him and say, hey man, is everything okay? Like, I dreamt about you and I'd never even dream, and this shit's fucking wild. Like, you're trying to kill me. Not that he's trying to kill me, hopefully, but definitely was weird that got triggered. And in my dream, him and I are driving back from a soccer game, and all of a sudden we stop because we need oil for the van. I know, it's weird. It was an old van, like an Astro van, one of those big ones. And we stopped, and we were in Denver for some reason, and around the Main Street area. So we're like, hey, we gotta get some oil. Let's get some oil. We're looking down the street for a place where we can buy oil. Usually gas stations have quarts of oil. And he kept going past the gas stations without actually going into them. And I was like, what's this guy doing? We should check in here. And we were like good friends. We were chilling, we were talking, we were having a good time and smiling and laughing, and we had a great vibe going on. And then all of a sudden he starts like fucking running down the street. And I'm like, maybe he saw something I didn't see, like a place where he could buy oil. And he starts booking it, and I sort of start chasing him. But there's one thing that happened. There was like a place that was clear, like an AutoZone, I think it was, where you could clearly buy oil, and he just went past it, right? And I was like, what the fuck? The AutoZone is over here. Like, why is he going the other way? And he just kept booking it. So I chased behind him. We were actually getting pretty far from the van, or where we had parked the van. And this guy all of a sudden turns around. And you know when someone's far enough to that you could tell like where or what's going on, but you're not like quite sure, like their hands are not quite clear, like you can't see what they're doing with their hands. They're like far enough. And I don't know why hands were a thing. I guess it was a thing in my dream, so that's why I'm using it as an example. And I was like looking, and he was like doing something with his hands, but he was facing me. And I'm like, what is this guy doing? Then I realized that this guy has a gun in his hands, and he's actually trying to point it at me, and just tries to shoot me. I go behind a wall, and I just feel the bullet ricochet behind me, and I'm like shitting myself. Like, I book it the opposite direction, and then it all starts coming down on me, and it starts making sense. Like, holy shit, this guy was trying to kill me all along. Like, he's not trying to get oil. That's some bullshit. Like, he's actually trying to kill me, get me away from the population, where the main area of traffic is, so that he could fucking kill me. And it was just surprising. And I felt him sort of chasing me, but for some reason in my dream I was like just like the Flash, man. I was just fucking booking it fast until I got to some people and, you know, explained the whole situation. Hey man, there's someone back there trying to kill me, blah blah blah. And weird enough, the reason why in my head I started to try to make sense why he was trying to kill me, right? Or why he didn't do it at the van. I think it was just because he didn't want to clean the mess. And, you know, just I started thinking crazy shit. My detective mind started working. I've seen too many crime shows, so I'm like, maybe he didn't want to mess up the seats and it would be too hard to clean up and a lot of people would know. Because I'm like, dude, you should have just shot me in the fucking Astro van. Why didn't you just shoot me there? But then I thought that wouldn't make a lot of sense. That would be actually very risky. And I was scared, man. Like, I was low-key scared. I woke up, I was kind of like, not shivering, but I was pretty scared. I'm like, man, should I reach out? Should I reach out to this guy? Like, is he okay? Because it's just random when you dream like that. I hardly dream, and then when it happens, apparently I get randos in my dreams, and it's just weird to me. And for some reason, every single time I don't know if it happens to a lot of people, but it definitely does happen to me. This whole law of attraction thing is very vivid in my life, because for some reason I'd be thinking of the most random person that I know, but it's the most random person that I would have no connection, no need to have a conversation or talk to them whatsoever. And all of a sudden, like, they appear in my head, and it's like I summon them. Like within the next few hours to a day, they pop up. And I fucking hate it, because sometimes I'll think of like bad customers or customers that give me a hard time, and I'm like, man, I haven't seen this mother trucker in a while. And then all of a sudden, within the next few days, they appear, and I have to deal with them. And you know what? It's not good. So it's always weird with me and the law of attraction. I've talked to people about it. I'm like, bro, do you get this? Girl, do you feel this? Like, does this happen to you? Because it happens to me quite a bit and a lot. So I don't know if that's like energy, sort of attraction, magnetism. I don't fucking know the law of attraction that well, but it's like you see something and it becomes so vivid in your head that you end up actually attracting towards you. And it's just very interesting. And that has happened to me quite a bit. But it could also happen for good things. You know, when you actually think of something positive that you want to happen in your life. It could be success, it could be a new job, it could be, I don't know, a new girlfriend. It doesn't matter. If it's something positive, if you think about it, it might come to you, or the way will open up so that you could take the steps to make that thing that you wanted come into fruition and appear and be present in your life. I know Denzel Washington had like a conversation with college students about this, and he was just basically talking about the law of attraction. Like, don't be scared to think and want and make that thing present in your life. And then Jim Carrey has a crazy story where I don't know how old he was like starting his career. If you guys haven't heard this story, it's a very iconic story. He was talking to Oprah Winfrey in an interview, and he actually was asked, is it true that you wrote yourself a check for like, I don't know if it was like $500,000 or $5 million. It was a large figure. So he wrote himself a check for a certain amount of money, large amount of money. And this is when he was starting to do his whole acting career and whatnot. He folded the check, put it in his wallet, and I think it's within the few like years or months. I can't recall the details of the story very well, but it was like within a short period of time, he made it into the big leagues. Hollywood gave him an opportunity and wrote him a check for his first role, and it was pretty darn close to what he had estimated. And it's just one of those things that is just like fart noise, because that's what's happening in my brain right now. Like, how in the shit did that happen? But it's true. You have stories like that where they summon things and they come into fruition somehow. I live in Colorado, and where I am at right now, we are getting hit hardcore with forest fires. I am not sure what starts them. A lot of people have inclinations that it might have been just somebody starting a fire, not putting it down correctly, or it's just sort of the combustion because of the littering that's going on, or just the environment being hot. It gets too hot, shit starts combusting, and forest fires start. And for the past 3 weeks, it's been terrible here in Colorado. The firefighters are definitely doing a great job, trying their hardest to contain the fire, but it's just crazy what Mother Nature can do, and it takes everything out. There's been green shrubbery, foresty areas that have been completely devastated by these forest fires, and it's very sad. I-70, which is an interstate that goes pretty much across Colorado, has been closed, and lots of traffic has been backed up because of the whole situation with the forest fires, because there's danger in the road. There's little to no visibility. It has been getting better, but it's not quite there. They're supposedly containing it enough so that the highway, I-70 highway, I keep saying highway, the main road I-70 east to west starts getting opened up again. So hopefully that's something that is in the things to come, because it's been terrible. The other day I woke up and we have the air conditioning system going, and just fucking ash all over the table, and so that shit's fucking coming in and we're breathing it, and that's not just me, that's everybody. And it's starting to trouble me. First we had to wear masks, and now we have to wear masks on top of little to no pure oxygen, and just micro dust of smoke and ash and soot going on in the atmosphere, and it's not good. It's not good for your lungs. I haven't tried running in it. I've been staying off running and soccer, actually, because I hurt the bottom cheek, my bottom part of my ass, the upper part of my hamstring, and I've been not running. But I can't imagine that running in this environment with ash and soot all over the streets is any good, even though we are technically breathing it, because I mean, to a microscopic level we might not be able to see it, but we're breathing it. Actually very worrisome. But I've heard that they doubled that containment to 14%. It was at 7%, and then it turned into 14%, which I'm not a specialist. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess it just means that it has gotten better. Things have gotten somewhat better. So keep Colorado in your prayers, and hopefully we can get over this pretty soon. Thank you so much for joining us in this show called Pee Wee Talks, episode number 2. Thank you so much for tuning in. You guys have had enough of me. I am working to become better at this. Hopefully you guys support. Please subscribe, cry and subscribe. Subscribe to this channel if you're new. Thank you so much for the support. You can find me on Instagram at DerekMayo92. I will post something like that around here, this area right here, or let's become friends on Snapchat at DMay92. Also, I have another thing. Episode 24 of Yoking Around, Yachty, is out. I just released it last Friday. So if you are new to the channel, go watch it and check it out. Amazing show that we had. Very funny, good conversations, and of course, good friendships. With that being said, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Embrace your weird, and see ya next time.